There is nothing we cannot conquer. We are put in this world, and we face many trials, and we go through many things, but you have the ability to grow stronger and better and get over these things. There's a quote by the African queen: "Nature is what we are put in this world to rise above." I can agree with this, because you, as humans, are the most intelligent beings on this planet, okay? You have the ability to comprehend things and adapt and overcome. Now, I want to share with you examples of things that have tested me and that I have overcome myself, and that you can too. And my first example would be hiking the Grand Canyon. The second would be biking from Anaheim to San Diego. And my last one is accomplishing and overcoming a singing engagement with both pneumonia and bronchitis. So let's talk about the first one. The Grand Canyon was very intimidating. You see it, and it's this huge drop that goes down for miles, and you're supposed to take your little self and go all the way down and come all the way up, and then mentally, it tries your brain, and you don't think in the beginning that you can overcome the task of hiking, and you don't think your legs are going to last, and but when you start, you have this mindset that, like, I can finish this, and when I finish this, I can tell all those other people that I've been to the Grand Canyon, and I've gone all the way down, and I've come all the way up, but have you? And it's, if I can do it, then obviously you can do it, that kind of thing. It's, this world is able to be overcome by us, and we have the power to go farther than what this world throws at us. Another good example was the bike ride. That bike ride was 100 miles on your two legs, sitting on a seat with two wheels, two gears, and you're rolling all the way down. We started in In-N-Out and went all the way down to San Diego, a beach in San Diego. I don't remember the beach, but during the bike ride, it's the same thing, the whole mental task of getting over it and being able to push and persevere. And many times we felt like stopping, but once we stop the momentum, you're just going to sit down and rest for a very long time. If you're going to lose your momentum, that's not a good thing. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing, because there's a goal at the end, and that goal was getting to the train station and coming back to Spaghetti Factory and eating. But it's not only that. It's that you can say that you've accomplished this thing, and you can have confidence in yourself about what you're capable of, and what you can do. And these are good things to know and bring yourself up, because, again, you can overcome this world. The second thing, the last thing, is the singing engagement with the sicknesses. Both pneumonia and bronchitis, I don't know how I got it, but they both came down on me, and I was bedridden for a very long time. And then there was a Sunday where I had to sing for my church, and it had to be the Sunday where we're singing in the main, and everybody's going to be watching, and you're wondering, are you able to accomplish what you promised to other people that you would do? And I stood up there, and my voice was thrashed. I can feel it. It felt like something was clawing at my neck every time I tried to talk. But when the singing happened, when the event started and I had to sing, I told myself, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to just give it all, give my all, and see what I can do. And I pushed through, and it went actually better than I expected. And I gained a bit of confidence in myself that my body is able to, I can overcome even the sicknesses that the world will throw at me. Now, with that said, you all have faced different trials. Everybody here is unique in their different ways, and in what they have faced and what they have gone through to get to this point right now. Take pride in what you have accomplished and what you have overcome, because these are the things that you can say that you can say and not only relate, but sometimes you can say that I'm the only one who has done this, like in your friend group, and you can gain confidence in yourself, because confidence in yourself is a great thing, knowing that you can take down the hard tasks that the world will always throw at you.
I feel like I should take it. Yeah, honestly.
Well, you start out with a pretty forceful statement. It almost sounds like the quote itself, but you then segue to the quote, which was fine, and your thesis was relatively clear. There's a pretty solid preview for the speech, and you're even counting it out with your fingers, so I like the gesture there. And then there's some indicators later on in the speech, so the gestures are working pretty well. Your vocal presentation, your voice is forceful and you project well. There is some hesitancy here and there, and usually it occurs at a transition. Sometimes it's when you've got one idea and then you're pausing a second to think of the next idea that comes up, and there seems like there's a little bit of an awkward hesitation. Nothing dramatic, but something that you might want to be thinking about a little bit more. Like I said, your gestures were pretty solid. The thing that I think is maybe a little negative about the presentation, you've got too much body movement that's going on. You are dancing on your feet, quite a bit, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but I noticed it. I could hear every time your foot hit the ground. It was, going across the carpet there, and it's making a noise, and yeah, like that. So I can tell how much there is, even when I wasn't watching you, which I was trying to do pretty regularly, but even when I was looking down, I could hear that you were moving. And so that's one of those things that there's nothing wrong with moving when it's controlled and you're doing it purposefully. Yours is a lot of back and forth, stepping up and stepping back, and stepping up and stepping back, and like I said, the foot hits heavily. So that'll be something that you want to watch out for. Your audience contact is generally solid. Your facial expressions, I think, suggest that you're engaged in the presentation. Thank you.